Hello and welcome, everyone. Sparkly Star here, and thank you for joining me today. If you weren't here last episode or don't remember, I ended the last episode after getting stuck in a death loop. During that, I lost all my gear, so it's time to start over with getting new armor. So that's where I'm going to start today. If you've been paying attention to the Minecraft news, Mojang just released a new snapshot last week that is going to change librarian trades in the future. So before those changes come, I want to start the villager trading. In order to do that, I need to start with the villager breeder. I spent some time digging through the mountain in order to drag two villagers over from the village that I found in the first episode so that I can start building the breeder. I've got a spot ready to be cleared, so let's get going. So this is the spot I've chosen to build in. This build for the villager breeder is based on one from Logical Geek Boy. I chose this design because it's really simple. It's easy to get the villagers in and out of. I modified it just a bit to fit in the design of the house. I'm going to start by building a 9x9 area of crops. I'll fill in the center block with water and cover it with a composter. Then it's time to surround the field with some leaves that are too high, so the villagers can't escape. You want to add some lights in the corners to keep the crops growing and to keep anything bad from spawning in here. And now comes the fun task of dragging the villagers all the way from the cave up to here. Now it's time to remove the tracks since we don't need them anymore. Okay, now that we've got them in, we want to start building the platform for the beds. You want to leave a hole in the center of one wall. You want to start by putting a trapdoor here and here. Make sure the trapdoor is down, or for some reason it won't work. Trust me, it's caused me a lot of problems in the past. You'll then make a platform here for the beds. You'll want to make sure that there's a 2-block gap here, so that way the villagers won't be able to jump from in there to the beds out here. So all in total, this will be a 4x3 platform. You want to make sure to have the beds with the heads facing towards the farm, just like that. And that will give us the platform for the beds. Now we just need to create a funnel downwards. And we'll start by building from the dirt, 2 down with a floor underneath. And you're going to build walls on each side and extend this out 6 blocks. and make sure the walls are filled up all the way to there so that the villagers can't get out. Then we'll dig out a spot that is 5 by 3. And I'll put a basin so it looks nice. And then we'll surround it with glass. Now that that's done, we can place the water in here, and it should flow out and flow towards this corner so all the villagers will gather right here. And then we'll just build the wall up even more so they can't escape. Now that that's done, we'll take the villagers out of their carts so they can start breeding. Oh, look, and we can start trading with them now, too. Oh, look, they're starting to breed. Oh, we got a villager, but the trapdoors weren't down, so we didn't go in. And now we get to build the extraction method, so we can take the villagers out of this without hurting them. So we're going to dig down so we can access under these stone blocks. So we're going to want to leave it this way so we can put a dispenser, some tracks. You want to leave a 1 block gap in between this glass and place another block there so the tracks will go straight down. Just like this. We'll put the dispenser in. And you want to use powered rails. And there you go. We'll just add an oak button to this. And then when you have a bunch of villagers, you can push that. The cart goes up. And it takes the villager right out. I found in this farm the villagers are just a little too close to the beds. So when they start to fill up the breeder, it stops working. This is fixed by just taking the villagers out. I like this effect because it's a natural cutoff, so that if I forget about it, suddenly I won't be overtaken with tons of lag because there's a ton of villagers built up in the farm. If you want to fix this, all you have to do is extend it a little farther so that the villagers are a little farther away from the beds. And that is all there is to it. That is the villager breeder done. Now we just have to work on the exterior. Let's start by mapping out the base. So with each section of the wall, we want to add some upside down stairs because the wall above it is going to jut out, so we need something that looks like it's supporting it. We'll be using smooth sandstone with some stripped birch mixed into it for some texture. This will be how the upper part of the walls will look. This is the side we'll be making the exit out of. As you can see, the track will come up here and take them out here, and we can just create a path of rails to wherever we want to go. Because this has a railroad track here, mobs can't go in. So this whole building is going to have a dark oak trim with a crimson roof. This way we can go with the same sort of feel that the rest of the area has and leave it in kind of pinks and reds and those kinds of colors. I'm going to be building a little balcony on the front, so I want to lower this stone wall by a few blocks. We'll add the smooth sandstone, and we'll build the overhang out here. And we'll add some supports here. I'm going to add some lecterns here to the balcony as a railing. So as you could see on this bottom part of the wall, we've already finished the lower detailing. Now we just need to build the upper part up. I love to use spruce wood planks as the base on a balcony. It gives it a nice look without being too bulky. As I get to finishing the building, I'd like to discuss how I like to build in Minecraft. I do believe in Minecraft you can mix form and function together to create something wonderful. Having a design that is both functional and has a pleasing exterior is great to me. This gives you the opportunity to explore design in a new way. I think it's awesome that you can make a really effective farm to help you with collecting items and resources, but it doesn't have to be a jumbled mess of redstone to the rest of the world. It is possible to create a beautiful build around it, whether it's building a shape, an object, or whatever your mind can envision. Also, make sure that you take into account how the building is going to interact with the farm. So, if you're decorating around, say, an iron farm, you need to make sure that the walls are far enough apart and that there are no spawning areas for anything. You need to be aware of conditions that could inhibit the rates of the farms, and if you're okay with that. Remember, you don't always need the craziest build ever, unless that's what you live for. But find something you love or something you're passionate about to inspire you, because first you want to enjoy what you're doing. So I want to hurry and finish up the inside. I'm not going to do a ton of work, but I'd like to finish it off with the floor to get rid of the grass and a ceiling to cover up some of the weird roof angles inside here. For the floor, I'm going to use oak logs and a cherry log inlay just to add a little color in here. And for the ceiling, I'll do some spruce logs along with some spruce half slabs. I want to cover up all of the dirt here because it's not really pleasant to look at. So I got the interior and the exterior of the villager breeder done. I think it looks pretty amazing. It still needs all its details though, like the bushes and lights. Also, we want to connect the path from down here in the farms all the way up to the house as well. So let's get started on those. Don't forget that the finishing touches are like the icing on the cake. It's fine without it, but with it, it completes everything. So things like the lighting on the builds and in the fields are super important. You don't want a creeper to come and blow up your hard work. So make sure things are properly lit. You can always hide a light block under some moss carpet, and a clump of moss helps with adding more texture and shades to the grass. Bushes and trees also help complete the look. If you've deforested an area, make sure to add some more greenery. It makes it feel more alive. Paths are great for connecting the world. It makes the world feel more connected and not just builds plop down one right after another. Okay, I think that's a good amount of work today. I can't believe we got all of that done. Now we're going to be able to have all the villagers we need for whatever farms we want to start. Next episode, I think we're going to start with our librarians and build a giant library for them. We'll also need to start a sugarcane farm so that we have paper to trade with them. I had a great time today, and I hope you all enjoyed it as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you all next time. Bye!